Just a quick summary of my Bank of Westeros script. I guess that's what we'll call it. It's really just a couple of events and a couple of decisions to better utilize money in the later game. In this instance, I've already created the bank. The bank's there as a province modifier. Once per year, you'll get a dividend or an option to claim your dividend annually, and you'll have an option to put in and take out gold from the bank, each with a castle tax affecting modifier. Fairly insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but the cool stuff is in the events and how they work. In my game, Cersei killed Tyrion, and I was quite disappointed. What a bitch. To the topic at hand. Intrigue events under decisions will be the method of depositing and withdrawing funds. As you deposit funds, your castle tax bonus increases, and you get a transferring funds modifier. When this modifier is on your province, any enemy spymaster who is in your province and building a spy network will have an opportunity to steal your funds. For example, a spymaster will say, "Hey, there's an opportunity to steal. My liege will be pleased." So naturally he's going to nick your stuff. The liege of that spymaster will then get an event saying "excellent work" and gains the gold from your bank. A way to protect against bank theft is by having a city guard who's not busy. Collecting the bank dividend is one of the few events in game that use the stewardship skill. The greater the stewardship level, the greater the dividend or payout. The AI decides what level of payout it is. Winter has an effect. The size of your bankroll has an effect, but predominantly it's your stewardship. And you can only do it once a year. So Cersei being terrible, a total of 6 stewardship, gets the worst option possible, where she blames the global financial crisis, or in this instance Essos, for her shortcomings. Loses some gold. It's actually hard to do that. You really have to be a terrible steward. From there, I'm thinking Ironborn are quite unlucky, so I think I've made a nice addition for the iron price mechanic. On the instance that the province with your bank in it is occupied, the attacker, who in the description mentions the location, has an option to take everything that's in your bank. So for example, 400 gold in the bank, steals 400 gold. Don't steal 400 gold, honourable trait. Seems pretty nice. And just to prove that I can make a script, if the bank's empty, the bank is empty. Other than that, there's a few variations on the dividend payout. That's the word. The one we saw, you lose all the gold. Another one, you'll do better next time, break even. Another one, gain some gold because you're boss. And I thought, that's pretty cool, but that's pretty generic. There's, good, bad, and average events throughout the whole game. I included a critical hit type option, where if you've got 18 stewardship or more, factor in more. The more stewardship you have, the greater the chance. But anyway, needless, it's like a d20 roll. The option is there. I thought that was nifty, and that's the sort of stuff I'd like to see in the game myself. So the Ironborn Reigns are looked after. Intrigue to counter the player that has it. A cool niche once a year event based on your stewardship. And yes, that seems about it. Yes. Oh, it's only done by the player. AI, I think, is too dumb to properly manage funds, knowing when to put money in, knowing when to take money out. I think it will just be exploited. The numbers themselves aren't, overly ridiculous considering the outlay. things that do need testing is, you know, stuff like spymaster chance on the province, how often that happens, or the yearly dividend, you know, what sort of stats it yields. I've got basic factors in there, but they're not exceptional. If I didn't mention, the dividend also has a weather factor, so if you're playing with seasons, you know, harsh winter will yield a lower lower dividend. That's the word. Winter is a factor that will decrease the greatness of your dividend. I think that should be in lots more events. Not winter, but, you know, rather than just, you know, kind, humble, charitable, strong, brave. You know, these miscellaneous random things like having a guard that's not busy to protect your funds. That sort of thing. I think that would be fantastic. I've listened to my voice and I like the sound of it when I'm saying something coherent. And yeah, I'll leave you alone.